Hey everyone, we are
the ThrillGuys. And we're going on a theme park and history tour.
We should probably call it like the histCOASTEry.
Oh, that's good. The histCOASTEry tour. Today we're here at Six Flags Magic Mountain, arguably the most famous theme park in the entire world. Moose out front, should have told you.
Name the reference, please.
Sorry folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
This also has the most coasters of any theme park at 20. Just like all of our other videos, we're going to take you on a history tour, starting with the OG attractions that opened with the park and ending traveling through time with the newest attractions.
Pretty cool.
We are going to be sitting in a coaster seat today for 38 minutes. We're going to be traveling over 55,000 feet of track. That's 11 miles. For those of you that are counting. And these attractions will take us sometimes over 100 miles an hour. We're also going to go upside down 43 freaking times.
Mike will be going upside down 43 times.
So get your Dramamine.
Also, if you've watched our last video, you know that we are going to make one blaring error as we go throughout the history of the park. Identify it, subscribe to us, obviously, and leave a comment below on what the error was. And we will put you into a raffle for a awesome prize.
Let's go into the park.
Wish me luck, guys. This is gonna be rough.
Six Flags Magic Mountain, the thrill capital of the world. This park is all about breaking records. This is the park that has the most coasters of any theme park at 20. Want another quick record? You can arguably call this the theme park that is the most filmed because of its proximity to Hollywood. So that's just 2 records and we haven't really even started the day. This is a mountain. The first trek begins over on the other side at Gold Rusher. 1971 is when this park opened.
All right, guys, this is the first ride of the day. We're at Gold Rush. This ride opened with the park in 1971.
It was built by Aerodynamics. They built a lot of the rides, even the flat rides, when this park first opened. Let's go check it out. Gold Rusher. First ride.
It's cute.
Well, ranks number 1 so far.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be number 1 at the end of the day.
Why not?
It's just a small, cute little ride. Like, you can tell it was the first one to open with the park.
Yeah. Oh, this is fun. We brought my grandma here, oh God, like 94, and she didn't ride anything except for this ride. We got her on this roller coaster.
That was it.
And it's kind of shaky.
It's a lot shaky.
It's kind of shaky.
Yeah, it's a lot shaky.
That trip, she also stole my sunglasses that my parents bought me at Santa Monica.
In 94?
They were cute little,
so
like...
she was 80...
Teal glasses. Yes, she was...
In her low 80s.
Or 70s?
84.
All right, let's go to the next park. Again, we said we're going to be climbing this mountain over and over. Got to go to the opposite side of the park to ride Revolution. 1971, this was one of the first attractions that opened. 35 of them. This park actually was a joint venture with SeaWorld Incorporation and New Hill Land Farming. Six Flags didn't come into picture until a little later, which we'll tell you in a second. When the park first opened, entry tickets were $5 for adults and $3.50 for kids. Another crazy thing is that they had the Looney Tunes license for 1 year, that first year that they opened with the park. But after that, for a couple of years, they brought on their own little mascots, which were these really scary trolls. All right, that brings us to our second stop, the second roller coaster on our journey, 1976, the New Revolution. This is famous because...
Well, this is the first park in the world to have the modern 360-degree loop and steel coaster.
This also is very famous. It was featured in the movie Roller Coaster. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. Also, this was called the Whippersnapper in National Lampoon's Vacation, where John Candy got a BB in the bum. A BB bullet in the butt. Thanks, Clark Griswold.
This wasn't the first coaster though that had the upside down loop. That belongs to Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah, the corkscrew.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that video, go check it out on our channel. That one has 100 years of history. Let's go ride it. That's where the guy gets killed in roller coaster. Spoiler alert.
All right, we did it.
The new revolution, rev up. Famous coaster.
Yeah, it was really cute.
I love this one. It's a Schwarzkopf. Our coaster back home called Colossus, the Fire Dragon, is made by the same maker. I love this one. It's a terrain coaster, goes in and out of the hillside. So far, it's number 1 out of the 2 that we've ridden, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
Anything to add?
No, but here it comes.
Got my mom on this, and they used to have over-the-shoulder harnesses that used to like auto-lock, and it used to be considered a boob crusher.
My boobs were fine. Oh.
Well, they got rid of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
California law, anything that had loops had to have a over-the-shoulder horse collar. And it wasn't just until a couple of years ago they laxed those laws. So they just have a lap bar now. Much better.
I just fell asleep listening to that.
Magic Mountain becomes Six Flags Magic Mountain. Six Flags bought the park in 1979.
Fun fact.
Really fun fact. A couple years later, in 1981, they opened Roaring Rapids, which was one of the first river rapids rides, just right around the bend. We are sitting on top of the mountain, which is why we're announcing the fact that Six Flags buys a mountain, quite literally.
Literally.
Literally. 1988, unfortunately, Samurai Summit, the entire top of the mountain is closed right now. But the third coaster that's still open today is Ninja, the black belt of coasters. It was the first suspended coaster from Aerodynamics to open on the West Coast. Let's go give it a ride. I love this thing. It swings through the trees. Actually, they got rid of a lot of the trees because one of the trees collapsed on the track and made the coaster derail. Brett's making faces. You guys don't get to see this.
Oh, we're gonna give it a ride. It's closed. You just said it's closed.
Oh, it is closed. We're not gonna ride it today, but we've been on it, so we're gonna rank it.
The ranky spanky, go. All right, we're gonna rank the Ninja.
Rank.
Can you guys even hear us? What the hell? This is Justin Timberlake's new song, by the way. I'm not a fan of this ride. Mike loves it. So it's low on my list.
It's low?
Yeah, I'd rather go on the racing ones than the Ninja.
Yeah, but comparatively, I think this is going to be in the top 10 out of the 16 coasters that we're going to rank today.
We'll see.
This is the mighty, mighty Viper behind me. 1990. This is kind of the start of the coaster wars. We mentioned this in a lot of videos. This guy is probably the reason why I am so obsessed with roller coasters. When it opened, it was the tallest, fastest, I think most inversion looping coaster in the world. Drops 188 feet, has a pretty wild first drop. And as you can see, it still has a very tall vertical loop. It's not the biggest vertical loop,
but it's the tallest. This was built by Aerodynamics, which was in our own backyard in Utah.
Viper.
Man,
This is a good one. It's one of my top, I think.
it's so good.
It's rough, but like, for a 43-year-old back, be careful, you've been warned.
No, this
Yes.
is one of the best rides in the park.
No, the second loop.
Yeah, the
You
second
like hit a
loop.
wall, and like you
Feels
just,
like you hit a wall.
it's bad.
It's so good. Where are we ranking this? Number 1 so far.
Number one, definitely.
Number 1 so far.
It's gonna be top 5 for the park, I feel like, though.
It's the last Aero Mega Looper. I hope they don't get rid of it, but I'm scared that the days are numbered here. Hopefully not.
It's not aging like fine wine.
I think it is.
It's like chunky cheese.
All right, we're gonna go to the next place. Next up on our timeline journey on this histCOASTEry tour is 1994. Saw Batman the Ride. Na 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 na. This was a layout that's been duplicated all over the world. It is phenomenal. It's only 100 feet, but it packs a mean punch. It's an inverted coaster by B&M. I have a feeling from nostalgia alone, this is going to rank pretty high. We'll see. Let's go ride. Got the
All right, we did it. Batman is done. Baked.
Where do you
It's a
rank it?
fun one. It's fun. Probably middle of the road. It's not the best.
Yeah. I think nostalgia alone's gonna to rank this pretty high. Definitely in the top 10. I don't know if it's gonna crack top 5. We'll have to see by the end of this. I grew up coming here in 1994. I wasn't tall enough to ride this. I was just barely a couple inches under. And I was just really bummed about it because it felt like it was one that I could do. It was only 100 feet tall. That's what my brain was telling me. I was like, oh, that's not bad of a drop, because I hated drops as a kid. But I remember waiting for the older kids to finish, and this line was long. It was like 3 hours long that day.
It's about as long as the story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna get even better.
Oh my god.
You might like this one. My mom, I got her on this. Don't get her on much. But we pulled up to the station and she blacked out. She wasn't coming to. And they were almost ready to call the paramedics.
Oh my gosh.
But they didn't. Put a GoPro on.
Seriously, strap
on
a GoPro to her. We'll be
Mama Loretta.
millionaires. Is the story done? Anything else?
I think the story's done.
Yeah.
Superman made its debut in 1997 as the world's fastest and tallest roller coaster. It actually just reclaimed that title, 400 feet tall, because King Cod just announced its closure about a month ago. Its one-trick pony is not only does it go 100 miles an hour, but at the top there, you get to experience 6.5 seconds of weightlessness. A couple years ago, they rethemed it to the Krypton coaster, and they turned one of the coaster cars backwards. So when you go up to the top of the spike, you're facing straight down instead of up at the sky. That's kind of fun. It's not open today, so we're gonna rank it right now.
I hate it.
It's a 30-second ride. Again, it's a one-trick pony. I wouldn't rank this very high on the list.
No, these are like the drop towers. Like,
Yeah.
not my favorite.
Yeah, I think actually it's probably gonna live at the bottom of the list for the entire time.
Fun fact though about Superman is he's actually flown here and like pushed the thing up the track. It's pretty cool. I've never experienced that, but hopefully someday we will.
Yeah, Superman.
We made it to 1998. Riddler's Revenge, at the time, held the records for its height, drop, speed, length, and the number of inversions, which I believe was 6, if I'm not mistaken. So, we're gonna check this one out really quick. Let's go.
Riddler's.
I'm getting a little bit sick midway here.
I don't know. I've never been the biggest fan of stand-up coasters,
No, same.
but
I would rather stand up than do the lay down flying one.
what?
Yeah.
No,
Yes.
never,
I got sick on that one.
never. You want to ride a saddle where
We are
your-
gonna rank this one.
your genitals are being smashed the whole ride? Okay, I guess Brett
Or my
likes
boobs got smashed on the other one. Like, you pick.
Brett's evil side's coming out.
Oh, jeez.
He likes pain. Anyway, I don't think this is gonna crack the top 10. We'll see, but it's wild too because this layout is one of the best of like the B&M series, but it's just I don't know. It just doesn't cut it. We don't do much coverage of the kiddie areas, but this land, Bugs Bunny, this is their main license. They saw a huge expansion in 1999 with just a ton of new rides, and it actually contains 4 kiddie coasters, which is actually pretty impressive for a kids thing. But
It's a really cute land.
we'll get Brett on a kiddie coaster at some point.
Yeah, because I'll fit in all of them perfectly.
Yeah. Next stop. Goliath. Next stop on our histCOASTEry tour, the year 2000, the millennia. Is it millennia or millennium? Falcon.
Millennium.
You can say millennia too, right?
It's a new millennia, yeah.
There you go. So I was right either way. Anyway, 2000 saw this behemoth. When it opened, it was the tallest coaster in the world for a couple of months until Millennium Force opened in Cedar Point. This is 255 feet tall. It's a Genova. It has a sister layout in Texas, but the Texas one has an extra helix. This one has a helix at the end that pulls 4.5 Gs, and you feel like you are going to black out. It's really great.
Yeah,
this one is actually being painted right now, so we can't ride it, but we have been on it. So where would you put this? Where would you rank this? This is pretty fun.
Oh, I love this
Tall
one.
drop.
It's probably middle of the road again.
Yeah, middle of the road.
We'll see.
It might be in the top 10. It might not be, but
But guess what? It's getting a fresh paint job, okay? Bye.
it's definitely one of the 10 top best coasters here, probably.
All right, we're jumping to 2002, the world's first 4D coaster, X2. I hate this one.
Brett's probably gonna sit this one out.
Oh, I 100% am sitting this one out.
This has a 200-foot drop, and what's famous about 4D coasters is that the coaster cars rotate kind of on the track, basically. They have a side separate set of tracks that allow for that. The first drop, you literally are dropping face first towards the ground, and at the end, the car turns to put you on your back.
Yeah, that's fine. Like, it's an awesome roller coaster. I just want to vomit vehemently when I'm on it, so.
This coaster was created again by Aerodynamics next to their sister coaster, which is Viper. This actually put them out of business. It didn't open on time, had a lot of issues, but still is considered one of the most technologically advanced, engineered feat roller coasters. There is another one of these in existence, but this is the only one in America. America. This is a really fun location because it was used at the end of National Lampoon Vacation. Roy Wally basically forgave the Griswolds from breaking into their park when it was open, traveling all the way across America from Chicago to experience this park. Thanks, Roy.
Forget it, officer. I'm not going to press any charges.
Thanks, Mr.
So we're gonna
Wally.
rank this. So we just rode X2. Actually, Brett didn't ride it.
not.
He has been on it. This one is so wild. It's unlike anything else that I've been on. It actually terrifies me. I can't say that about too many roller coasters. So for that alone, we're gonna have to rank this pretty freaking high. Where do you rank it? Pretty high, right? I mean, it's a revolutionary feat.
I mean, it's been a while since I've been on it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fun ride.
Yeah.
Just have a puke sack in your hand. Congratulations! You've made it to the midway point of our video. If you haven't already, subscribe and like.
Support us on the journey. You can also, in a link, we're gonna leave a link for a buy us a coffee.
We don't drink coffee?
That is true, Brett. However, buy us a coffee means you can become a producer of our series and get your name in the comments and have some other cool perks.
So yeah, subscribe and follow us on this histCOASTEry tour.
Back to the video.
Oh.
Our timeline brings us to 2003, where Scream opens. It is a mirror image of a coaster on the East Coast, which opened as Medusa. This also, when it opened, tied this park for the most coasters along with Cedar Point. And that was kind of the back and forth where they were fighting for that crown. It's a floorless coaster, has 7 inversions. Let's go check it out. Okay, Scream.
Yeah.
Did you scream?
I mean, I scream on any ride, but this one's not in a top ranking for me, unfortunately.
I will say though that the name is actually pretty. I think it's.
Oh my god, it's not unique for a roller coaster, of
I like
course.
it.
That's like calling it a roller coaster.
But it's. I like it. I like it. I don't know. It just one thing that people do not like about this coaster, and I'm one of them, is that this is built above a parking lot, and you could literally see. I think they faded since then, but you could literally see some of the. For the longest time, you could see the lines. And my idea was to bring in some graffiti artists from downtown LA and paint the asphalt. That would have been the coolest thing ever. It's so super easy.
And it would have driven so much money to this park. Can you imagine?
Yeah, this is gonna rank pretty low. It's definitely not a top 10 tier coaster here. Still pretty good, but not the best.
In 2006, Magic Mountain introduced Tatsu. This is actually one of my favorites, I think, if I remember correctly. At the time of opening, it was the fastest, longest flying coaster. It's lost that record since, but it is still holding the record for the tallest pretzel loop at 120 feet. So this one's pretty good. Let's go check it out.
Okay. Tattoo.
This is the tattoo come over. That looks so bad.
Look. It's a really cold day here at Six Flags. Okay, tattoo, seriously, one of the best in the parks.
I don't remember it being that rough. Like, not rough, but my God, that's brutal. That loop.
Yeah, the bottom of this pretzel loop is, that inversion is just unlike anything else. I mean, it's a front flip. You're doing a front flip.
Praying that little pin that humans designed doesn't let go. Ugh. That's pretty good.
So, where do we rank this?
Find out here.
This is a pretty high rank. I mean,
this is top 5.
Definitely top 5, so here we go. And there's the pretzel loop. Another crazy thing about this too is it's a flying coaster. It's the first flying coaster, the only flying coaster to actually be situated on a hill. So when you're taking helixes and turns and inversions, like you're just looking like hundreds of feet below you.
Yeah, there's for sure a gray out moment, I feel, in one of those.
Apocalypse the ride. Dun, dun, dun. The journey continues. This ride unfortunately is closed, but we've already been on it because
A few times.
It's our home park, one of our home parks. This ride used to be called Terminator Salvation the Ride, and then they did a corporate restructure, so they rebranded it to Apocalypse.
What year are we in?
We are in 2009. 2009.
Fun fact, this was one of the first wooden roller coasters to have onboard audio. So you could jam along with the Terminator twists and turns.
Yeah, I originally didn't like this ride because when you think of like a wooden coaster, I like just the drops. But it's considered a twister, and this thing just whips. It has some really great airtime too. I love this thing. So where we're gonna rank this? I mean, it's the only true wooden coaster in the park now.
I don't know. Find out.
Pretty high. It's pretty high up on the list. Definitely top 10 material. Might even crack top 5.
It's not top 5.
Let's see. Let's see where it lands at the
Whip
end.
it good. Ding, 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 ding.
All right. I think this is the scariest ride in the park. I think it's the scariest ride that I've ever been on. Lex Luthor, Drop of Doom. This opened in 2012 and opened as the tallest drop tower in the world. And it just reclaimed that a couple weeks ago when Zumanjaro just closed down. 415 feet. Terrifying. It feels like you're falling forever. I'm not even exaggerating. 2013, we saw another record-breaking coaster, Full Throttle. It featured the world's largest loop, and it held that record for the longest time. It was also the first time where a coaster rode both sides of the spine, so you could see the top of the loop and within the loop itself. This coaster was featured in Katy Perry's music video, Chained to the Rhythm. Brett's gonna sing that for you on the way out to the car.
Sea picture, eh? I always wanted to do a sea epic. Now, Mr. Rembrandt, if you'll kindly oblige with a little...
Full Throttle.
Full throttle. More like half throttle. No, it's fine.
Yeah, they just...
It's not our favorite.
I don't know. We replaced a really awesome water ride here.
Oh, so you're
Flume
mad.
ride. Pretty mad.
You're mad about it.
No, the thing is like they stop you halfway down the final, drop of this loop, and it's like they had so much land to extend this coaster, and they didn't. It just felt kind of half-assed. But still like it. It's just one trick pony. We're not a big fan of launch coasters. We don't think this is gonna rank probably in our top 10, but maybe.
It will not. Thanks for coming to our TED Talk. We made it to 2015. Twisted Colossus.
Twisted Colossus. This one has some history because it originally opened in 1978 as Colossus, which was a racing coaster. And Rocky Mountain came in 2015 and retrofitted it with their I-beam track. This also is a Mobius track, which means it's one track, you make the cycle twice. So if you hate going up lift hills and down first drops, you're gonna do it twice.
It's worth It's worth it. It's so good.
This ride is freaking phenomenal. When it opened, it was the longest, tallest, fastest. Like, it just broke so many records when it opened for, you know, the hybrid wooden coaster. Let's go check it out.
All right, guys. So we just finished Twisted Colossus. Like, we don't even rank this one. Like, before we even got here, we knew this was gonna be number one.
Yeah, by far number one. Even a lot of people say, like, oh, it's not racing, like it's a bottom tier RMC. Even when it's not racing, it's an amazing roller coaster.
Yeah, I'm not riding this because I'm racing. I'm riding it because the drops are amazing.
Yeah, but
It's
going
so
over like the Top Gun stall
That's
over the
cool.
other
Yeah,
coaster
that's
is really freaking cool. Yeah, it's gonna be really hard for anything to top this, but we'll see. We still have a couple more coasters that we're gonna ride. And oh, I did mention this too, that I would probably say that this is the most famous or most filmed coaster. We said again at the start of this that like Hollywood's right next door. This coaster was in the theme song, the opening of Step by Step. It was featured in Yes Day. It also was featured in Vegas or National Lampoon's Vacation. I think it was called Screaming Demon at the time, but yeah, just love this coaster.
And the best part of it is you see it as you park.
Yeah.
17 miles away from the entry of the park.
Yeah, but in Step by Step, it was not a parking lot. It was an ocean. They put in an ocean right there, so it looked like it was on the beach. It's not.
Is that really
It's
called
in
Step by
Valencia,
Step?
California. Step by step, ooh baby. That's the wrong song.
This I'll have to deal with.
2017 saw Six Flags Parks entering the serious dark ride game. This was a shoot 'em ride, themed to obviously the Justice characters. I mentioned my grandma getting on the roller coaster at the start of this video, Gold Rusher. A couple of years ago, she came back out to travel, and we got her on this one, and she actually really liked it.
She was 100 years old.
Rosie was 100 years old on this ride. Maybe 99. I don't know if she was 100 at the time. Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. All right, let's go. 2018 saw the introduction of Crazanity. It's the tallest pendulum ride at 177 feet. You'd think this thing would make you sick. Actually, it doesn't, because I think the pendulums are so big, and the spinning actually isn't that crazy either. But it does pull some crazy G's. Check it out. Brett loves this ride.
No, Brett does not.
Where are we at?
West Coast Customs.
West Coast Racers.
Listen, it's fine. This comes from Burbank.
Yeah, it's themed after West Coast Customs, which was Pimp My Ride MTV. Remember that? I
was
love
so
that
good.
show. The aquarium or the hot tub in the back of the car. I love that episode. Probably completely unfeasible. Anyway, this was the first launched racing coaster when it opened. It was this park's 19th coaster, and also the world's first quadruple launch. Anyway, let's go check it out.
West Coast.
Oh, the cars are really cute too. I think they're actually designed by West Coast Customs.
I believe that's accurate.
The trains are themed after, or not themed, but they're designed by West Coast Customs.
Exiting right. For those not boarding, you're going to take your seat.
West Coast Customs roller coaster.
It was Brett's first time. What do you think?
I'm a little nauseous. A little nauseated, but it's fun. It's
pulls
cute.
a lot of G's. It's kind of grayed out there on one of the helixes for a second.
There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, it was fun.
So that was the park's 19th roller coaster. We're on our way to the park's 20th roller coaster. Ranking wise, I don't know. I'm not a big. Good family coaster. I'm not a big fan of launched coasters. It's a long one. It's good.
It's very smooth.
Cute.
Yeah.
I don't know if it cracks the top 10 though.
It's on the bottom. No.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, guys. Chucky Magoo over here. Jeez. Well, we've made it to the last stop of our ride today on our histCOASTEry tour. Wonder Woman came to us in 2022. She is the tallest, fastest, and longest single rail roller coaster. It's pretty cool.
RMC. This is the park's 20th coaster, guys. This is the newest attraction. Like Brett said, this is the final stop. Let's give it a whirl.
Like, how does a body go through this many rides? It's rough, guys.
43 loops.
43 years.
43 loops coming up.
Ugh. We gotta rank the wonder of the woman.
We're a little loopy. 43 loops we've gone through today.
I like these. I like these single rail rides. They're fun.
Yeah, I mean, RMC is the master of the coaster world right now, and this is no different. This was an amazing addition to the mountain, the Magic Mountain, the 20th coaster. We'll see what happens with their 2026 coaster. This is gonna rank really high, if not top 3, like right under it. Okay, where do we rank this? What do you think about this ride?
No, I think this is now in my top 5 for the park.
Yeah, this is really, really high up. I mean, RMC does just an incredible job with everything that they design. We're at the end of the rank, so we say it's a top 5. I think it's probably gonna sit at 4. 4.
Deal.
Right under Viper, and that's not.
Congratulations, Wonder Woman.
It's not a popular saying, but Viper's just got nostalgia written all over it. So there you have it. There's our ranking. Let's go. Let's end the day. That pretty much wraps up our day here at Six Flags Magic
Yes, it does,
Mountain.
partner.
The moose out front should have told you. So, yeah, Brett was supposed to say something right there, and he didn't.
That was my cue. What?
Anyway, what do you think about the park?
Six Flags Magic Mountain is a gem.
Magical.
No, it's if you want thrills, this is the place. 20 roller coasters, that's just crazy.
43 loops. I wonder if any other park has more loops than that. I don't think so.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Anyway, tell us all your tips about coming here too. Our tip is wear nice grandpa shoes.
Yeah. I've got my Brooks like 3-inch soles on, and it's heaven.
Yeah. There's a lot of walking here. It's called a mountain for a reason, but it also makes this place super special as well.
We did leave a pretty blatant error somewhere in this video, so if you guys find it, make sure you're subscribed, and then comment below what you think the error was, and you'll be entered into our drawing for a nice little gift.
Yeah. And if you like what you see, just keep following us, subscribing to us, commenting to us, liking us.
And don't forget, buy us a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, and the link, remember, if you want to be a producer and support this journey of ours on this histCOASTEry tour, buy us a coffee.
ThrillGuys, ThrillGuys.
What you gonna do?
No. If you guys have not subscribed, do it now. If you like what you see, follow us. We have a lot more content coming. And if I get my way, a lot more giveaways.
We're going to take you on more history tours of parks, theme parks, national parks, everything.
That's not it though. There's a lot more coming in our future that you guys don't know about yet.